Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler.
Herbert's pass.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the shotgun, again to Jones. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's good for a Buccaneers first down.
On play action. Love to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one complete to Scott Miller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
To Scotty Miller.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
38-yard line.
Love now. He sets up the screen to Jones. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Love from the gun, and this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Working out of the gun. Love. And this is caught off a deflection. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Going back to Love. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And look there, not a good sight. Gronkowski down. And you just hope it's not that knee again. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, it's Love. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
10 yards on the play. It's now third
and long for Love. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 6-0 our score after 1.
First quarter with the score, Chargers 6. Buccaneers.
Here's Bradley Pinion now to punt for the Bucs on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will get the football at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert on 1st down now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Complete to Austin Eckler.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This out quickly to Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he powers his way up past the 30.
He's brought down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2nd and 11. Here is Eckler. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going for it. Here's Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Off the play fake, Love. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Love, they go play action now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Down, Chargers.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
It's 2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Not much there, only a yard.
At the 23-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Love. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Lead22Mojo22's in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during a... Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
Brings up 4th down.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40.
At the Buccaneers' 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down, Chargers.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Herbert off of play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays.
Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
37-yard attempt.
And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they'll definitely take them.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And 2 at the 43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't. Keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Robert Alford there defensively.
First throw now for the backup Brady. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back. After the turnover, here's Herbert.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Levante David. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. First and 10, right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Brady again here on second and 10. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joey Bosa, the Pro Bowler, in there to get him to the ground.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
It's fourth down.
Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Now you think about Tom Brady and these Chargers. For a long time this offseason, the thought was that L.A. might be a leading contender to land his services, what with the new stadium opening and all. But in the end, the Chargers got their quarterback of the future in Justin Herbert, and Brady wound up in Florida. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Jones.
At the Chargers' 20-yard line.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They're going to run forward Jones. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Before they go, look, ain't gonna talk, so give them a rose, but they still alive. I'm feeling like, well, I
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 23-all. Bradley Pinion.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Brings up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
it's Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays, and finally it's paid off for him because in 2019, had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch.
On second down, it's Patterson. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Touchdown.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Robert Alford there defensively.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chargers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.